Chap tales. Don't you wanna hear some chap tales? Hello people, what is happening? How you doing? Are you doing good? I hope so. Yes, here we are, another chap tale. And okay, so I got a couple of tales to come out of the memory of a holiday that me and my pal Amon, who was the co-songwriting rhythm guitarist of the first phase of The Voice. But I thought about these stories. I had to go back over and check all the old chap tales, make sure I hadn't said it before. I was thinking, how did I not remember this? Anyway, here we go. Alright, so we both went to a school called William Ellis. That was our secondary school. I went to Gospel Oak, he went to Eleanor Palmer, and then we met up at Ellis together. But we knew each other anyway because we live around the same estate, which is Ingester Road, which I'm sure I've spoke about 1,001 times. Anyway, I can't remember, it was definitely first or second year in William Ellis. We both was doing French. Well, Amon was doing French and I was just, doing quabbly waffle. Okay, so there's a trip to France. Oh my god, a bus full of us lot. A couple of girls from LSU was even with us. That's like St. Union, the female Catholic secondary school that's just across the road from William Ellis. But anyway, this ain't about that. When we got to France, basically it weren't like we was all gonna stay in a hotel together. They was dropping us off, at different French families' houses, like to stay the week with a French family, like. And well, me and Amon got put in the same house. I think I think a couple of the people got put singularly into places, and I would not have had none of that. No way. I just wouldn't have done it. No way. Anyway, so me and Amon get put into this house, and Amon he took to French a lot better than I did, and he could speak a bit of French or whatever, and so I used to rely on Amon a bit to tell me what's going on, basically, you know what I mean? So we're at this house, and then the next day or the day after, I can't remember, but the coach used to come and pick us up in the daytime and take us all over the shop, you know what I mean, into Paris, up the old Eiffel Tower, went to Euro Disney, done a load of stuff, whatever. But anyway, the evening before this, because they had like a massive snooker table in their basement. Rich French, rich. And they had a couple of kids as well, so it was like four of us all playing pool or whatever, and I don't know, me and Amon must have got into a bit of an argument about the snooker table and whatever. So we've got a sweep, woke up in the morning, come out to the mum of the house, and she was doing our packed lunches for us. Very nice. So anyway, Amon's there, but giving it all the old, do you know what I mean, and toi and all that, and he's got himself a very nice packed lunch. He's put in his bag, he's like, big smile on his face. Anyway, the mum comes over to me and she's like, I'm not even, do you know what I mean, French is a great language, and I would love to speak two languages. That'd be unbelievable, do you know what I mean, because I love lingo, I just love it. And I'm not talking about that silly show on TV either. But so I'm standing there watching, like, and this French lady is giving it all the old whatever, and she's like looking at me and waiting for my reply. Like, so basically I'd worked out that she was asking me what I wanted for lunch. So Ammon's like, I can see him in the corner of my eyes, like proper laughing and all that, like, and do you know what I mean? And I want to ask him for help, but I do you know what I mean? I don't want to, like, whatever, do you know what I mean? Fall down the hole or whatever. So Ammon's standing there laughing his head off, whatever. I'm standing there, and the French lady's standing there giving it the lingo, you know what I mean? Trying to see what I want for lunch. So I decide to pretend that I've been lying to Ammon all this time and I can speak a bit of French or whatever, and I'm about to give it some. So she's non-stop asking, and then I'm just like, yeah, definitely, yeah, that, yeah, and she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, let's have it. So anyway, she does what I say and makes me this packed lunch of everything I've said yes to or whatever, and so we walk out of the house to the coach, like me and Ammon, like, and I'm saying to him, like, oh, you're bang out of order, mate, you could have helped me out or whatever. And he's like, oh, you seem to get through it all right. And I was like, yeah, whatever, yeah. Anyway, we get on the coach and we're driving to whatever, I don't know, the Eiffel Tower or whatever we're doing that day, and Ammon's sitting next to me or whatever, so he's like, so what did, he goes, I didn't really understand it either, like, what exactly did they give you for lunch? And I was like, well, I don't know, I just said yes, you know what I mean? So I pulled out a drink, orange juice, sweet, an apple was in there, sweet. There was like this little bag of sort of crisp things that was fine, do you know what I mean? Like, I probably wouldn't have bought them, but I will eat them. And then we get to this tinfoil wrapped baguette. You can tell it's a baguette, like, so he's like, come on, open it, let's have a look. So we open it up, like, and I'm not even joking, yeah, it's opened, and in this baguette is like fish heads. There's just all this mental stuff, just all bang smack in front of me, like, look, there's a fish looking at me going, "Zikadee, bow wow," and I'm just like, what is that? And I was just like, so I was like looking, and I looked at Ammon and I was like, there's no way on God's pretty earth that I am putting that anywhere near my gullet. I'm not, no way, I'm not eating that. Do you know what I mean? And it was funny because, like, as this was happening, our French teacher, Mr. Gill, was walking past, like, doing the rounds up and down the coach, making sure everyone's being good. And as he's passing us, he sort of looked down at my baguette thing, like, and like where he's like a bit French or whatever, he's gone, oh, blimey, that's amazing or whatever, that's amazing. I was like, is it? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, right. And then he's like, what's the matter, don't you like it? And I was like, yeah, of course I do. And then he's like, oh, look, John, you don't like it, do you? And I was like, no, I don't. And he's like, do you want to swap? And I was like, what do you mean swap? And he's like, well, swap me for my lunch for yours. And I was like, well, the rest of the lunch is fine, it's just this baguette. And he goes, all right, well, he goes, I've got a sandwich, but I'll swap it for your baguette because that is right up my street. And I was like, your street must be bloody horrible. So I'm like, yeah, all right, well, what have you got? Do you know what I mean? And he goes, well, I've got a cheese and tomato sandwich. He said, is that all right? And I was like, what? Just like cheese and tomato, yeah? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, that is fine. I'll swap it all day long. So I got, luckily, I gave him the baguette. He gave me the sandwich. I did double check it just to make sure. Stuck it in my bag with the rest of the gear. And boom, I was saved. But I'm not even joking, right? If that hadn't happened, yeah, that day I would just be eating a bag of crisp things or whatever they were, but you know what I mean. But yeah, Ammon did find that very funny, and so did everybody that he told. Yeah, nuts. Oh well. All right, so that's the first of maybe 3 little stories that I've got from this trip, but we will feed them to you one at a time. Okay, so yeah, as usual, thank you for listening. If you've got this far, you're fucking great. Please like, please subscribe, please comment, please smash bells, and I will speak to you lot on the other side. Nice one. Chap tales, don't you wanna hear some chap tales?